This is LSAT PrepTest 148, Section 2, Passage 3. It's a comparative passage about insider trading. It's a fairly low difficulty passage. The structure is pretty straightforward. Both sides were obvious, and you're probably going to feel comfortable after your first read. Now, both passages ask the same question. Should insider trading be illegal? Passage A says no. Passage B says yes. You're going to get that in 30 seconds. The real test is whether you understand that they're not just picking different sides, they're playing totally different games. Now, Passage A starts with a quick definition of insider trading. This is just setup. The actual argument kicks in right away. The author's move is a comparison. All stock trading involves having information other people don't. You research a stock, you realize it's overvalued, you sell. And nobody calls that a crime, you just did your homework. So the author is asking you to see insider trading as the same activity on a spectrum, not a special category. If regular trading is fine, why isn't this? Now, paragraph 2 is where passage A starts to get bold. The author doesn't just say insider trading is harmless. The claim is that it's actually good for the market. When someone sells because they know that bad news is coming, it pushes the price down closer to where it should be. More accurate prices help everybody. And so, in the author's mind, insider trading makes the whole system work better. That is a much stronger claim than saying it shouldn't be illegal. It's a positive force. That's what they're saying. Now, if you miss that distinction, you're going to pick a watered down answer on any attitude question. And then you get this concept of insider non-trading at the end. Somebody decides not to buy a stock because they know something bad is coming. That happens constantly and nobody arrests anybody for it. The author's point is that if non-trading based on inside knowledge is fine, then trading on it shouldn't be a crime either. This is an argument of consistency. It's designed to make the whole law look arbitrary, so you want to read it quickly. And then passage B, totally different world. The author starts with one idea and never lets go of it. Transparency. A fair market means everybody gets the same information at the same time. If that's the baseline, then the only way to win is by being smarter with the same data everyone else has. It's about skills, not access. Now, paragraph 2 of passage B is the core attack. Insider trading breaks that fairness. People with inside information act before anyone else even has a chance. Now, watch for the word unfairly here. That one word tells you this author sees the problem as a justice issue, not efficiency, not market function, but fairness. And that matters because passage A never talks about fairness at all. The two authors aren't even using the same scorecard. Now, the last paragraph of passage B builds a chain, and you've got to see it as a chain because the questions will test whether you can follow it. Insider trading creates unfair advantages. That kills investor confidence. When confidence dies, people stop investing. When people stop investing, companies can't raise money. When companies can't raise money, the whole economy suffers. Each domino falls into the next. So if a question asks about the relationship between investor confidence and market health, this paragraph is where you go. Now, here is the key move. The passages don't just disagree about insider trading, they disagree about what a healthy market even is. Passage A says, a market works best when prices are accurate. Get the best information into the market as fast as possible, however that happens. Passage B says, a market works best when access is equal. Everybody plays by the same rules with the same data. Those are two different definitions of a good market, and that gap is where the hardest questions come from. Now, here is the trap. Passage A uses language that sounds like it cares about what's good for the market. You'll see good for everyone in the stock market right there in the text. So students walk away thinking both authors want the same thing and just disagree on method, but that is wrong. They don't agree on what good means. Passage A means precise prices. Passage B means a level playing field. So any question that asks what the two authors would agree on is testing whether you can see these are different goals dressed in similar language. Don't fall for this. Now, one more thing. Passage A sounds casual and confident. Passage B sounds cautious and a little alarmed. And that difference in tone matters here. If you get a question about how Passage B's author would respond to Passage A's argument, the answer is going to land on the point of fairness. Passage B's author wouldn't care that insider trading makes prices more accurate. They'd say it doesn't matter how accurate prices are if ordinary investors get shut out of the process. Now, before you touch the questions, check yourself on 3 things. First, can you explain why Passage A thinks insider trading is actually beneficial, not just harmless? Second, can you trace Passage B's chain from unfair advantage all the way to economic damage? And third, can you name the specific thing these two authors would never agree on, even if they both say they want a healthy market?